Hey guys, I'm Jordan. Welcome to Private Pilot Diary, where we filmed each lesson of me becoming a pilot. Watch highlights of each lesson from Discovery Flight all the way to my check ride. And don't forget, subscribe to our channel so you can check out lots of fun content from our team. See you guys.
Good morning, aviators, and welcome to Lesson 9 in our Private Pilot Diary with Jordan. And today I think we're going to talk a little bit about performance maneuvers. Okay, so just to review for today, we're going to go out to probably the south practice area and review some of the performance maneuvers that you've been doing with Dave. So we're going to do your stalls, your power on, power off stall, steep turn, we'll do slow flight. There's some ground reference maneuvers, you might hear them referred to as that. They're just done closer to the ground, anywhere between 600 and 1,000 feet. S-turns and turns around a point. And then we're going to come back to the pattern and we're going to see you grease some of those landings you've been working on. And we're going to practice some go-arounds since you haven't done those with Dave yet. And we are actually going to practice some slips too, which I think you've probably read about.
I have, yeah. Cool. I'm excited to try those actually.
Cool.
So.
All right, so we'll see you guys in the plane.
Oh, like a pro. Would you look at that? Right on that center line.
That's the hardest part for me.
Let's pull back just a hair more. Yeah, there your VSI goes, and you can see on your altimeter you're starting to climb now.
Yeah.
And when you get to the 3.5, you can just let that nose come down again because you're perfectly trimmed out for level flight. And once that plane settles down without you having to kind of maneuver it a lot, you're trimmed out real nice.
Okay.
Let's try a power off. You're putting your plane in the same configuration.
Okay.
It's landing configuration, except instead of just stopping at what the controls feel like, you are pretending you're coming into land and you have just way over-rotated to the point where you have induced a stall. The point is, if that accidentally, heaven forbid, were to happen to you, can you recover? That's what this is all about.
10.
Yep, and you'll see when you do that 10, it's going to want to bump you up a little bit, right?
Yep. Okay, we'll go to 20.
Nice job holding that heading.
30.
There's your 30.
Okay.
So now, all you're doing is you're slowing your plane down to whatever your landing speed is. In this particular one, it's 70.
70, yeah. So we're at 70 now.
Okay. So now when you're at 70, you can pull the power all the way to idle.
Okay, and pitch up.
And just pitch up to induce the stall. Trying to keep your nose on whatever that reference is. Oh yeah, she does want to pitch up. You can do one notch of flaps. Once you feel it start to buff it, that's nice. Doesn't feel like that.
Okay.
It's a very nice. Oh, I felt it start to break. We're going to recover, and there's my power. That was really, really nice.
Okay.
Really nice. Do you want to try a slip, or do you want me to show you a slip?
Show me one. I'll just feel it with you.
So essentially what you're doing is you're using the ailerons exactly the way that you do, right? I'm steering to my center line. So it's a little bit to the left. I'm going to steer to the left. I'm just using opposite rudder. And when I do that, I'm going to make myself super uncoordinated. You feel that?
Yep.
Look at my VSI. Look how much rate per minute of descent I'm using here. Why is it doing that? Because I'm putting all that fuselage into the relative wind. It's kind of like a mega flap.
Okay.
And so all you're doing, and you're keeping that nose down because I don't want to be uncoordinated and stall, because that's what's called a spin. But I'm not at a risk of spinning at all right now because I'm uncoordinated, but I'm not anywhere near stall speed. So all I'm doing is I'm just doing a little forward slip.
Okay.
I'm pointing myself right at that center line, but we're too high, right?
Yeah. So
remember what I told you. If we were just trying to pull that power back and do a slip, that VSI. Probably too high, right? So what's your go-around procedure?
Full power.
Full power first, yep. So I'm going to have you do full power.
323, go ahead and extend your upwind for 2 miles.
Extend the upwind 2 miles, Bucky 323.
015 going around runway 5.
479015, roger, follow that Cessna ahead.
Follow Cessna ahead, 015. That's your go-around.
17 Mike Alpha,
11 o'clock,
runway
low,
5,
less than 1
clear for
mile.
takeoff, and right turn to the south.
Clear for takeoff, right turn to the south for 752.
So in that instance, you do power first because you're more concerned about getting out of Dodge than you are your flaps or your car.
Departure frequency 124.9 or squawk 34.
328, number 34, runway 5, touch and go.
Very nice. Holy cow. Jordan Clark, what on earth? Whoa, that was beautiful. Did you see how you had to really pull back that airspeed because you had less flaps kind of helping you out? That was awesome.
Welcome back, aviators. We're back in the studio after our flight, and Jordan, just preliminary thoughts. So sometimes it's helpful to look at those as concepts and scenarios rather than lists, because the lists can kind of just get jumbled. So if we're doing a power on stall, remember, we're simulating on that runway, over flaring on takeoff. If we're doing a power off stall, we're coming into land and over flaring on that round out. And so sometimes it just is helpful to take a couple of those steps out. And like I said before, this is kind of the annoying CFI answer, but it's also just a time thing. I mean, the more you do it, the more those flows are going to come down, and the more you're going to realize or feel comfortable with those too. So I know that I think moving forward, you're going to be doing some things on navigation. Have you started with that yet?
I haven't. That's my next section that I'm going to be studying.
Okay, perfect. So if you have any questions, obviously let me know or let Dave know, and we'll see you in the next lesson.